What's going on, guys, and welcome to Friday Night Gas. I am your happy, humble host, Jamie, and this show is going to be a fucking doozy. Cannot wait. I've got the cardigan of energy on because this particular show, is the show where we talk about one of the worst weeks in FPL history ever. And as always, I can't do it without my co-commentator. So over to my co-commentator, Lum. Lum, how are we doing?
Awful.
Energy!
I'm not bringing the energy. Fuck your energy. Fuck it.
It's what, sorry, Lum?
An absolute disgrace.
It was an absolute disgrace! It was! What was it?
It's an absolute disgrace.
Oh, I've got the Arteta soundboard. I needed it for this show. Oh my god, what a fucking week in not just in FPL, Lum, but in general, man. Just football. What a fucking strange week.
Yep. I mean, I don't remember a week worse than this ever. It's embarrassing.
Oh my god. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Anybody at all, with the blanks, the captain picks, the fucking scores, the sendings off, the hope, the Monday hope. It was incredible. It was embarrassing.
Mikel's on the money.
Oh god, what a week so far. We're now recording this on Thursday night, and it's just been a madness from start to finish. From the Premier League to the Champions League last night, where Man United ended up losing 4-3.
Embarrassing.
It was just dog shit, man. It was
An absolute disgrace.
You know, some of the officiating. I'm gonna have so much fun with this soundboard. It was fucking crazy, Lum.
Yep. I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock. I look at my team now and it's like, what the fuck happened? It's fucked. It went from great to fucked instantly over 1 week.
Many Doritos of death, minuses, all sorts of shit. I feel vindicated after that -12 where I thought I was absolutely fucked. I've had a reprieve. I've had 1 week, 1 week where everybody shit the bed. It was great. It was fucking amazing. So, with that said, bro, should we get into the hit list?
Yeah, why not?
Let's have a look at some of the hits. Jeremy Doku, Manchester City, 43 points, 6.6 M's points last week, 22 points against Bournemouth.
He got over half his points in 1 game week.
Nobody had Doku. Nobody had him at all.
Not the way now. I mean, some people did have him, and some people triple captained him. I don't know how or why, but if you had him and you triple captained him, you've rocketed up the rankings.
Absolutely smashed it, man. It's always one of those, isn't it, with Man City? You don't know who to pick in midfield, and if you can pick that one particular week where you can hit it and hit it good, Jeremy Doku was that pick that week. And for people to triple captain him, you fluky bastards, you absolute fluky bastards, man.
What is it? 4 assists and a goal he got?
4 assists and a goal. So that'd have been, you know what I mean? 44, no, more than that. Fucking hell. That'd have been 66.
66. Yeah,
points.
66.
So, my maths is
Embarrassing.
but it would have been 66 points for a triple.
That's up there with my Gundogan triple captain that I did before a couple of seasons ago.
Oh, did it get dusty in here all of a sudden?
It did. I remember the good times.
You know, when Clint Dempsey was still fucking playing.
Who?
Exactly. So Jeremy Doku, big hitter, 22 points, 6.6 M's. Regardless, not one that I would look to be bringing in. I don't know about you, Lum. I feel like this is the knee-jerkiest of jerky to bring him in.
Yeah, this is just, he had the golden week. I mean, look, he's had, what, how many weeks has he been at City? Was he there for the first game of the season, or did he come afterwards?
I can't remember, mate.
I can't remember.
I don't follow the blue side. They can all suck dick.
But even so, let's say he's been there for 7 weeks. He's got 43 points total, and over half of them were last week. So, yeah, could happen again, but it's unlikely that he's going to go like that crazy. He could definitely get points, but not to that extent.
I think with the likes of the bigger teams coming up, like your Chelsea's, well, that's debatable. Liverpool's and Spurs. I don't know if he's going to rely on it or whether he goes back to the old tried and trusted Foden and Grealish, because Grealish is back now as well, isn't he? So
yeah, but he seems to be liking Doku as well. And after that performance, could he drop him?
Well, you can't. In all fairness, it was Bournemouth. It was Bournemouth. It's Pep as well. Yes, you can drop him.
Pep can drop fucking anyone. Edison, that week, did you have him that week when he was dropped for no reason?
Yeah, well, I brought him in and he just dropped him.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Why? Yeah. He did it to me last season. I brought in Edison for, I think it was a free hit week. He dropped him for Ortega.
He dropped him, didn't he?
It was a double game week. He dropped him for both games.
Well done, Pep.
Thanks, Pep. Wasting my free.
So yeah, £6.6 million. I think the money could be spent better elsewhere. I wouldn't bring in Jeremy Doku. However, I would have said that against Bournemouth and then look at the haul he's got. So big hitter of the week, Jeremy Doku. That takes us on to our next hit. Tyreek Mitchell.
Tyreek,
look at him looking all happy with his shirt and ting. Go on, Tyreek. 15
See,
points.
this is a potential good hit because they've got Everton, Luton, West Ham.
Yeah.
It's 4.6 million. It's not a bad run of fixtures.
It's not, but then you look at the previous fixtures. You got -1 against Newcastle, 1 point against Spurs, and then a big haul against Burnley. I thought I'd put Tyreek Mitchell on here mainly because the guy got 15 points for Crystal Palace, and I couldn't put Jackson on here because he scored potentially the worst hat trick I've ever seen in my fucking life. So
They all count.
They all count, but this is just an accumulation of a fucking shit ton of shots. And then the guy literally nearly fell over. Then did the Sue, then did the Rashford. Like, fucking hell, man. Against 9 men. You absolute embarrassment. In fact, Mikel.
Embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. It was what?
An absolute disgrace.
It's the worst hat trick I've ever seen in my life.
A shame.
Shame. So back to Tyreek Mitchell. 4.6 million. He's on 49 points at the moment. Palace seem to have some good fixtures. They turn game week 15, I think. Super cheap to get in as well, especially for people that are struggling with the likes of Dan Burn being injured, Van der Ven,
Romero
out. Straight swap to him, and like you said, very favourable fixtures. So big up yourself, Tyreek. Yeah, man. I think I put in Gay. I'm kicking myself a little bit because I did look at Mitchell, but I didn't think he'd haul that big last week.
No, well, you're not to know. I mean, if we get to Burnley, yeah, they should keep a clean sheet, but you're not to know that they're going to get 15 points. You'd think 6 points would be at best.
Yeah, goal, clean sheet, and bonus points. So, big up yourself, Tyreek. Speaking of misses, actually.
Negative.
Romero, 44 points, 5 mil. Points last week, -4. Straight red card for dangerous play against a shit Chelsea team, man. Fucking hell, Spurs, you absolute clown bastards. You fucking disgraces against a shit Chelsea team.
Couldn't deal with us.
They're shit. Spurs are shit. All the Spurs fans thought they'd won the league already. Top of the league. You don't win the league after 11 weeks, you pussy holes. Against a shit Chelsea team. That team was dead. It needed so many fucking chances to score against 9 men. Wank team. Spurs beat themselves, you absolute fucking mugs. Shit. Embarrassing. Fucking Romero. -4. Lum, as a Romero owner. Talk to me.
I don't know Romero.
Oh, was it Udogie?
No, I actually transferred Udogie out.
So,
The only one I own was Pedro Porro, who didn't get booked. No, did he get? I don't know if he got booked. He got 0 points, but that might be because they conceded 4 goals. But it could have been worse. I could have had Romero or Udogie and got -4s.
Boy, all them Spurs man chatting absolute fart online. You pussies. Everybody dead. Everybody dead. You got injuries, you got suspensions, and you play a line fucking that's higher than my hairline. It's like back here somewhere. Mad bastards. Well, as you don't own Romero, I fucking kind of thought you did. There's man them in the fucking chat, in our group, that have him in their teams. -4. Gonna miss 3 games, and potentially easier fixture against Wolves. A tough fixture against the Village, and a tough fixture against Spurs. No centre backs, man. Spurs are gonna get fucking rumbled. Get slapped.
Well, don't know. Wolves could turn up. I mean, they got no Pedro Neto though, and then Villa. I mean, look what happened to them the weekend. No one saw. I didn't see that one coming. No. I mean, Watkins was a viable captain option. Did nothing, and then it's City. So yeah, you expect Tottenham to lose against City, especially with our centre backs.
No, mate. I'm expecting bad things for Spurs for the next couple of games. They might get a result against Wolves if the PGMOL don't fuck up and give Spurs a shit ton of penalties.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. We'll send you another written apology, dickheads. And then Villa, if they start kicking back into gear again. Forest was a sick game. I watched it. Really struggled to break down Forest. Forest were absolutely solid at the back.
Yeah, they were.
And then City will kill them, man. City will absolutely shred them through that middle. Who's going to mark Haaland? Emerson Royale. Absolutely dead. So yeah, Romero, 5 million, potentially could swap it to a Crystal Palace defender with their fixtures. Big fucking miss, and it could have been Romero, it could have been Udogie, who should have gone, to be fair, for that absolute lunge that he did. But yeah, so one of the biggest misses of the season so far is the one that me and you bigged up and said to Reese that, he's so much more composed nowadays.
He has been up until the point that we bigged him up. Maybe this is what we should do. We should big players up. Who do you want to do badly? I mean, Heung-min Son. He's been amazing. So he's so good.
No, don't do
No, he's fucking amazing. I love him.
So if you've got Romero in, it's time to have a look at your team and probably get out any Spurs defenders that you have, like you just said. You've got Pedro Porro. You might be alright for Wolves. You will not be alright for City. And you're risking it against Aston Villa. So I don't know what else to say. Spurs are dead. You aren't going to win the league. And Postecoglou, Manchester United, seems to be on the back foot, which is nice to see, because that cocky cunt, when he came out and started saying that he didn't abuse, that he agreed with the refs, and that he was brought up not to cuss the refs, it's the same cunt that got fucking yellow carded in Europe for moaning about the refs last year for Celtic. So just saying, Ange. Manchester United. So big hit, big missy even. Christian Romero -4, which takes us into miss two. Haaland. Ooh.
How?
Ow. Big.
How? 6 goals and he didn't do anything, and he got hauled off at half time because of an injury. to his ankle.
Yeah. Replaced by Foden at half-time. Many people captained him. I think there was enough gas in the chat that we was on about Haaland was going to literally explode today. I'm sure I've got the screenshot for that somewhere. And he ended up with 1 point against a really, really poor Bournemouth team that City put 6 past. No, he's already coming on.
Nah, I mean he was my captain as well. But when he meant to do it, when it got to half time now, it's happened before when City have been that much in control and they've got Champions League next in the week, they bring him off at half time. So it was expected. I think even you said that Haaland's going to come off at half time, and he did. Yeah, because this is what Pep does.
I willed it into the atmosphere. Fucking please take him off. And then it happened.
Boldly connected to Pep with your bald head.
Yeah, shame, man. But then he was back. He was back for the Champions League against young boys, and
miraculously
got himself another goal. So yeah. I think one of the chats that one of the things that we were discussing in the chat this week was what do we do with Haaland going forward? Now with Chelsea, Liverpool, and Tottenham, for me personally, regardless of the money, I think he's bulletproof, and it would be.
I'm keeping him, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be insane to take him out. He loves the big games. He loves playing against the bigger clubs. That's his bread and butter, and I genuinely think he's going to have an absolute field day over the next 3 weeks.
Because he's playing 3 big teams.
Yep. So. Yeah, big.
I'm glad you agreed with me because Chelsea are next.
Oh. Dead team, absolute shit team. But yeah, he'll enjoy that. I honestly think he'll have a field day against Chelsea. Don't think Silva's going to be able to pocket him at all. Liverpool still don't look great. Luton had them on the ropes again. Another fucking madness.
Weird decision, yeah. Weird game, eh? How was it difficult? Not battered them.
You've got Luton playing literally out of a tin can shed, playing against Liverpool, who are in form, with the likes of Salah and all the rest of their players. Nunes can't hit a fucking barn door after scoring an absolute worldie midweek. Comes on, starts putting the ball here, there, and everywhere, literally out of the fucking ground for the neighbours to find. And then
get that ball back, please.
And then Luton hold on right until the death, until fucking Luis Diaz scores a goal, and then it was like it was written because his dad's been kidnapped. Like, what the fuck?
He's free now. He's been let loose.
I know, yeah. His dad's been let loose after 12 days. What sort of fucking scripts are people writing for football? It's mad. It's like a bad episode of Doctors or fucking Emmerdale or something.
With all the fucking ups and downs with VAR, it is like a soap opera.
It is mental. And I accidentally left the captaincy on Salah and got 4 points, so peak for me.
Well, it was better than Haaland. Doubled the amount of points Haaland got.
That's what I mean. In a bad week, a 4-point captain was seen as a fucking plus. So, yes, Haaland, 1 point. Big miss.
Shit.
Now, we're going into something that we haven't done before, so this is a little bit different. We're going into a sleeper pick. So somebody that...
It's the dance-off.
It's the dance-off.
Reece will love it with my jerky camera. Look at the shapes Lum's throwing. It's like he's in strobe lighting.
So our sleeper pick is your namesake.
Me! It's me.
Palmer, 41 points, £5 million, which looks like absolute bargain value. Points last week, 12. On penalties, 6 points against Arsenal, 2 points against Brentford, 12 points against Tottenham. City coming next, then Newcastle, then Brighton, then Chelsea's fixtures pretty much hit the green team. So, yeah, man, £5 million on penalties. Chelsea, got to be a good pick, man.
For 5 million, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't look at him for this week. Possibly not the next week versus Newcastle, but from then onwards, Brighton, they've been a bit shaky defensively. And if our fixtures are getting better, then he seems to be nailed. There's just, with Nkunku coming back, that could be a minutes risk because he can play the same kind of roles, the same kind of areas, unless Nkunku is going to play the 9 and Jackson's going to be dropped. But it's yet to be seen. That's the only thing. I mean, probably, yeah, because he's a little erratic.
A little. He's like if Darwin Núñez and fucking Victor Anichebe had a baby, it'd come out as fucking Jackson. He's mental. I still can't get over the fact that he went to pass the ball for the third one, kind of fucked it, then decided to carry on and fucking score, and then he did 2 celebrations to celebrate his dead hat-trick. Fucking pussy. And we've all had him at some point this season, and he's not returned. He's got yellow cards, got suspended, and the man goes and gets a hat-trick against Spurs. You fucking...
He got a yellow card against Spurs as well. I don't know.
He got what?
Jackson. He got a yellow card. I think it was our first yellow card of the game. I don't know how he keeps doing it. He collects them. He's fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
He's an absolute disgrace. Worst hat-trick I've ever seen. But back to Palmer. Yeah, man.
Weston Hoyland's.
What's that, sorry?
Weston Hoyland's hat-trick.
Yeah, he scored a hat-trick, yeah.
Oh, okay.
How many goals in the Champions League does Nicholas Jackson have?
He hasn't played in the Champions League this season. We're having a break.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We won it a few years ago. But, you know, we've got to let other teams. I mean, United are falling off. You've got holes in your roofs.
Yeah, man. Palmer, 12 points last week. It might be somebody that I'm looking to bring in at some point, but only when the fixtures turn. I'm not going to risk it against City. Like you say, Newcastle's going to be a bit tougher. Brighton and Hove Albion, as much as I like Brighton, they are very, very leaky this year. And potentially with the way VAR is at the moment, it might be worth sticking somebody like him. It's a guaranteed penalty taker to pick up the scrap. So
unless Nkunku comes in and takes penalties. Nobody knows.
No, nobody knows at all, but it depends when he's back. But for £5 million, he seems to be pretty much nailed. Poch loves him. He always loves his young English talent, doesn't he? At 4.8% selected. Palmer might be a sleeper pick. Solomons, that was hits, that was misses, and that was even a sleeper pick thrown in there. But this is why we're here. This is the good stuff, the great stuff. This is the reason we started this podcast in the weirdest, shittest, strangest week ever. I cannot wait to get into it. And it's not because I've had a semi-decent
I think my dog that I don't have barking.
I don't think it's because I've had a semi-decent week. It's more down to the fact that it was such a fucking poor week from everybody. It was just hilarious. It was watching FPL burn in real time. And it was fucking great. So, should we get on to my turn?
Go on.
My team, 31 points for the week. That was one below the average. I can't fucking believe it. However, I'm now up to 12th, and my current rank also went up a couple of thousand. Areola in goal with 1 point. Marcus Gahey with 5 points. Cash fucking came off at half time. What the fuck was that about? To a really poor Aston Villa. Civicas didn't start. Fucking Jurgen Klopp, you cunt. Came on, didn't do much apart from firing about 50 million crosses. Matoma getting a lucky assist that came off Ashley Young. Sonny having a goal chalked off. One of 5 goals that was chalked off in a 5-goal
Villa.
Yeah,
I think it was 60 slides,
yeah. Chalked off on that. Salah, big Mo Salah, 2 points for playing, captain. Big 4 points for me. Bukayo, oh my god, Bukayo getting fucking nothing. Blanking. Anthony Gordon doing the business against Arsenal. That was lovely to see. Definitely the ball was still in. Definitely wasn't a foul. Definitely wasn't offside. Big up Gordon.
It wasn't a push.
Fuck you, Arteta. You are
Embarrassing.
so 7 points for Gordon. 2 for Watkins, who was absolutely dead out against Forest, and 1 point for Haaland. Which leaves with Strakoska, who came on for Brentford because Flecken got taken off at half time.
He got injured, yeah.
Fucking mental. Then you've got Gusto with 0 points, Kabore with 8 points, who got the assist for Luton's goal, and Acha for Sheffield United with 9 points. So I nearly had half my points on my bench. It was
An absolute disgrace.
that I decided to bench some of these players. But yeah, up to 12. Relatively happy considering how shit everybody else did. So that's my team. Lum, take us through your team.
No.
no, please take us through your team.
13 points. Yeah. Broken 13 points. Embarrassing. Disgrace. What happened? Right, Flecken.
Hang on.
Please ask for help. Because it's an absolute disgrace.
Sorry, man, talk for your team.
One fucking week, he has a good week, and look at him.
It's not even the fact I had a good week. It's the fact that everything that went wrong. It was fucking crazy.
It's all going wrong now. My fucking camera's froze.
Oh god, sorry, we're having technical issues at the moment. Mum's camera has frozen because his team is so fucking dead out. Oh shit.
Was it working?
We will be right back after these messages.
Please ask for help. Because it's an absolute disgrace.
There's back.
Oh, he's back.
Embarrassing.
Right, sorry, Lom. Talk us through your team.
Okay, 13 points. Flecken started, came off at half time with a dead leg, I believe it says. Pedro Porro did nothing. Obviously, they conceded 4 goals. 0. Cash came off at half time. 0. Dan Burn, if he would have stayed on, would have got a clean sheet against Arsenal, but he came off at half time injured. And he's out until January, apparently, so that's a bad one. Simicast didn't start. I don't know why he started every week since Robertson's been out, but this week Klopp decided, no, you're not having it. 1 point. Salah, 2 points. Diaby, 2 points. Maddison got 1 point. And he's flagged for an injury. Fantastic. Saka, 2 points. He's now flagged for an injury after the Champions League game.
Oh, is it?
Haaland, he came off 85th minute and he was limping. So he's flagged with an injury. Arteta says he doesn't think it's too bad, but we'll see. Haaland, he's not injured anymore. We know that he started in midweek against Young Boys. But he came off at half time, so he got 1 point. He was my captain, he got 2, and Ollie Watkins did nothing. Matt Turner didn't start because that Vakademus, whatever his name is, I don't know. What's his name?
Greek god of goalkeeping.
The Greek god of goalkeeping, yeah, that's what I called him. Because he wasn't letting nothing in. He started instead, so that could be another problem. Turner might have to go out. Gordon got 7 points. Archer got 9 points. Bayo got 2 points. I would have been better off just having my subs play than the rest of my team, because they got 16, 18 points. The rest of my team got 13. Absolute disgrace.
An absolute disgrace.
Yeah, so
oh
awful.
dear. So down to 7th, current rank tanked a little bit, 13 points. So how does this affect the overall table? The table
Have a
is
look.
saying right. Manager of the week goes to Lee Jackson. Lee Jackson is the manager of the week with 30, a paltry, but well deserved, 34 points. So well done, Jacko. It's been a while. Finally get manager of the week. Closely followed, it was by Mike, I think, with 32, and even my brother with 33. So and Riley with 32. So ridiculously low scoring week. But the Mazzers of the week, not just the Mazza, but the Mazzers with the S on the end, the plurals, is Liam Palmer, Frankie Fowler, and Andrew Deakin. for an absolute shit show of a week whose points went backwards on Monday. It was fucking glorious. Burn in FPL, hell bitches. I loved it. I fucking loved it. I wanted Chelsea to get 10 at one point. It was fucking great. So the Masters of the week is Lummins, Frankie and Deke. What an absolute shit show. It was
Did Frankie only get 12 points?
Frankie got 12 points.
Oh, that's worse than mine.
Frankie was on something like 15 points or 14 points before the game kicked off, and then he scored and went backwards.
Went backwards.
It's fucking so good to watch.
Mine didn't go backwards, it did go up a little bit. I think it was 1 point. It went up because of Madison.
I'm sure. In fact, I'm sure he had 3 players to play, and they were all Spurs, and it just fucking went down and down and down. It was fucking nuts, man. So this is how the league stands. Still top, European Tour AVFC, Aaron Perrin, 19 points for the week, 679. The Professor, sad for FPL, Reece Banks, 19 points for the week, 649. Then up 1 place, Backstreet Moyes, Riley Shields with an impressive 32 points, 642 points overall. Down into 4th, Real Betis, Ashley Bates, doesn't get the back-to-back manager of the week. 23 points, 639. Up to 5th, Let's Try FC, Benjamin Shields, 33 points, 632. Down into 6th, Absolute She-Show, Andrew Deakin, 13 points. Unlucky for you. 627 points overall. Down into 7th, I Like to Play. Again, 13 points. Unlucky for Lum.
I don't like to play.
620 points. 8th, the manager of the week, Jacko FC, Lee Jackson with his 34 points, 618. Up 1 place, Crouch Potato, Mike Banks, 32 points, 604. Belong United, John Gillam seems to have woken up and he's playing FPL for reals now. 30 points, 590. Down into 11th, I've changed my name. He'll need to change his Spurs assets. Craig Fowler, 12 points, lowest score of the week. Joint Mazza of the week, 589. Me, upper place, change name FC, Jamie Shields, 31 points, 589 points as well. Down into 13th, Deltoid Dissemble, Joe McMillan, 24 points, 587. Non-mover at 14, the £5 is safe. Magpie United, Sean Jackson, 20 points, 565. And then still bottom, Slabhead FC, Taylor Bates, 14 points, puts him on 520. So, manager of the week, Lee Jackson. Mazzers of the week, Liam Palmer, Frankie Fowler, and Andrew Deakin. What a week in FPL, Lummins. It was glorious.
I'm hoping for a better one. I need to assess my team and see what fucking damage has been done. Because I've got loads of Doritos.
It's going to be like a battered wife by the end of it. Just so many hits to try and get the team correct.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to see if Flecken's going to be okay. If Flecken's okay, that's my goalkeeper sorted, but he's got a shit fixture. Dan Burn is the one that I'm definitely going to have to do something about. The rest are all possibly okay to start. I'm just waiting for team news. Even if it's bad, I've still got people on the bench that I can put in, so I don't have to take hits. So
you're going to have to start Archer and Bayer and all these sort of players, aren't you? Oh, shit.
Well, Gordon and Archer, they're the first 2 that I'd start.
Yeah, Gordon's a good shout, actually.
Gordon's fine.
Seems to be pretty good at the moment. Starting to pick up some
and Isak's out. Callum Wilson's meant to be out. So they're talking about Gordon going through the middle as the striker. So could actually be good.
I think he played there against Borussia Dortmund, didn't he, in the week? And they were on about played there for the under-20s.
Yeah, he can play there.
So again, he could have been a sleeper pick this week. I think the fixtures are tougher for Newcastle, but with Isaac out, and Wilson out, Gordon's not a bad shout, actually, Dom. I think I'll be starting him this week as well. So, Lummins, that's another FPL week in the bag. It's another FPL week in the bag. And I don't think we'll get another.
We're forgetting about this one. No, I don't.
The good thing about this week is, I think because everybody had a shit week, it's just one of those weeks that you just set and forget. It happened. It probably won't ever happen again, or it definitely won't happen again for the rest of the season. And you just gotta take it on the chin. Whatever, if you did well, fair play to you. If you triple captain Doku, you're a fucking clown, and you got so fucking lucky. But it's just, yeah. I think we take these ones, we move on, and we don't have a mental breakdown about it. Okay.
I'll try.
Please. So this.
Why don't you just stop screaming?
So this has been Friday Night Gas. This has been episode number 12, I believe. We're rolling into 13, which seems to be the points total of choice this week. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So the deadline is Saturday this week. Is there any Friday night games?
Yes, Saturday 11.
So the deadline Saturday 11. Make sure you get your teams in. Look at a few of our hits, our misses, and sleeper picks. If you've got Haaland, stick with him. Seems to be okay. Lon, just to give you a bit of advice, maybe put a Crystal Palace asset into gambling. We might have spoken about you.
Yeah. I'm looking. I'm shopping for assets. I'm shopping for points. Anybody? Any points?
Please, have you any?
I'm going cap in hand.
So on that note, it's one of the craziest weeks in football in general, with VAR controversy, sendings off, mad players, shit hat-tricks, no points, bad captains, fucking shit teams doing well.
Wild challenges,
red cards, yellow cards, all sorts of shit. This has been Friday Night Gas. Please like, please subscribe, and let us know what you think in the comments down below. I have been, as always, your happy and humble host, Jamie. This has been my co-commentator,
Upset Lum.
Glum, and and we will be back next week for more Friday Night Gas, the podcast with Gas. And remember,
An absolute disgrace.
it's been an absolute disgrace.
Fucking ass.
Yeah, I'm shit at FPL.
Oh, go to the expert channel.
Fucking rubbish. Everybody go watch Andy. Fuck's sake.